Hi friends! Oh, Gatsby. Really? Can we just not come into my frame for 30 seconds while I do my intro? Please? And love it. Please let me know. Why? Hi friends! Today I am coming at you with a chorizo burger recipe, which is a spin on the classic burger. I had this at a restaurant and completely fell in love with it, so I had to recreate it, and it's been a staple ever since. Let me tell you, the recipe is so easy because the chorizo does most of the work in the flavor department, so the ingredients are few and simple, which I will leave down in the description box below, so check that out for some exact measurements. If you try it out and love the burger, leave me a comment. If you try it out and you think there needs to be a few tweaks to the recipe, I would love to know what those are. If you try it out and you absolutely hate it, please let me know down below. That totally rhymed. You go, girl. The first thing I'm going to do is add a couple of tablespoons of milk to the breadcrumbs, and this is a crucial step to ensure juicy, tender burgers, because as we cook the meat, the juices are going to release from the meat and the breadcrumbs are going to soak it right back in. And also the breadcrumbs are basically the binding ingredient for all of our other ingredients, so you don't want to skip this step. The next thing I'm going to do is take raw chorizo sausage. So this has not been smoked or cooked yet, and I'm removing the casing, and I'm going to add it to some extra lean ground beef. I'm using 2 chorizo sausages for the amount of lean ground beef that I have. And the best part about using chorizo is that it's already jam-packed with flavors like garlic and chili and cumin and paprika. So we're not going to season this very much. All I'm going to do is add some salt and some freshly ground black pepper and some cayenne pepper as well, because I've had this particular sausage before and it's not as spicy as I'd like it to be, so I'm adding some more spice to it. You obviously, depending on the sausage that you get, adjust to your own taste. And from here, we're just going to add in all of the rest of the ingredients, which is an egg and our pre-soaked breadcrumbs, and that is about it. I'm going to go in with some clean hands and just mash everything together. You probably want to do a better job than me and remove anything from your wrists so you don't get meat juices on it, but I did not do that, so learn from me and definitely remove anything from your wrists. Next, I'm just going to portion it out. So the amount that I have here and in the description box, you can either make 4 big burgers or 6 small ones. I'm making 4 big burgers, and I'm just going to shape my patties out. I'm just taking the meat between my hands and just flattening out into a disc. So for those of you who have problems with the middle of your patty puffing up when you cook it, a great tip is just to create a little well or a little dent in the center of your burger. It's not a hole, it's kind of just like a little dent right in the middle of your burger, and it really prevents the burger from puffing up in the center. So I'm just going ahead and shaping out my 4 patties. I'm cooking these patties on medium-high heat for about 4 minutes on one side, and then I'm going to flip them. And a really good tip for when to know how to flip your burgers is if you look at the side of your patty and you see that brown cooked part traveling about 3/4 of the way up, that's when you know to flip your burger, and then cook it for about 1/3 of the time that you cook your first side. I'm going to flip them and then cook them for about 1.5 minutes. Look at that crust. It looks so good. And then I'm going to put some cheese on the burgers, pop a lid on for about another 30 seconds, and then plate them up. So you can serve your burgers whatever way you want. I personally love caramelized mushrooms and onions with my burgers, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just slicing up some onions and slicing up some mushrooms, and I'm going to cook this on low heat for about 45 minutes. So if you want caramelized mushrooms and onions with your burger, I would start this before you start cooking the patties. If you want to speed up the process, you can add about a teaspoon of sugar to your onions and your mushrooms, and it'll cook in about 25 minutes, but I just added some salt, some pepper, and let it go on low heat for 45 minutes. And I'm also pairing this with some chipotle mayo, which is literally chipotle seasoning and mayo. And I'm also going to add a nice fat juicy beef steak tomato slice on there, and then the finished caramelized mushrooms and onions. And of course, I'm also going to add some ketchup because I love me my ketchup with my burgers. And that is it. That's all she wrote. If you want a healthier alternative, you can use ground chicken or ground turkey instead of ground beef, and you will not be missing out on any of the taste at all because the chorizo will make up for it. Please give this recipe a try. You are going to get some juicy, tender, flavorful burgers in 20 minutes. Let me know how your meal turned out in the comments below, and I'll see you guys soon. If you like what you see, please subscribe and check out some of my similar videos or the last video that I posted. Thank you guys so much for your support and have an awesome day.